Welcome back to Chats with Jack. I am Jack Talcott. And greetings, blessings, salutations, and love. Once again, welcome back to Chats with Jack. I am Jack Talcott, and I am here humbly inspired, filled with faith, filled with joy to share today. And I am so excited, so grateful, sincerely, to all of you who are regulars here. You're sharing your support often. I tell you what, we're a part of something special. We are. And I want to help all of you, whoever you are, realize how special we are. The opportunities that we share, the opportunities that we have still to discover in this life that we're living. So here, let's jump right into where I'm at. I do have the link ready. I'll be dropping it in a few minutes, but there's a few things I wanted to flow with first. Today, the inspiration, walk in love, light, truth. The way Jesus was given to us, that example, the way he carried himself is the way, the truth, and the light. It's the image of form in a man, it was the expression of the heart of God given to us. That truly is the only way we want to live. And logic and reasoning shows there is no other way you want to live. So walk in love and light with the truth. The truth is realized. It's here and now. Walk with love and light in the truth of the present moment. And here's something I found for myself. It's no joke. This life is no joke. And some of the things I'm saying contradicts beliefs. It contradicts different things. But I resisted this stuff myself too. The willingness, I remember this, how scary it seemed for me, a life without drinking. It seemed impossible in the limits of my mind, in the limits of my experience. So I understand. I do have compassion, the willingness to surrender old ways. It can appear scary, but remember, things in life are not always as they appear. I'm here again. I am here again with such love, such faith in God. I've got so many inspirations to share. My prayer is that these words will help awaken you. Oh, and here's something I thought about too. Blessings sincerely to all of you who are here with me in the present. I go back and I listen to myself in the I'm so slow. It's like, speed up, Jack. What the hell are you saying? Get to the point. So, brothers and sisters, those of you who are here with me in the live, it's no excuse, but I credit it to, it's my time alone. I've developed kind of a slow pattern for myself. I'm patient. I'm one with God. So if you don't enjoy it live, I get it. No worries. Come back in and hit it at like 1.5 or 2 speed. Maybe it'll be easier to receive. But I do make myself laugh some of the times. Some of the things that come out of me, holy cows, man! That's what tells me our God, our Creator, the one source from which we are, got a sense of humor. If you can't find the joy in life, if you can't surrender yourself, surrender your love of your pain, Surrender your love of your worries. Surrender your love of your battles. Let those things go, man. I'm telling you, it's worth it. At least once in a while, and for as often as you can. Because I know we're all living different experiences. My experience is different than yours. But I'm just an ordinary man who found a way after living a life of the world and misery. And I walked through hell in my life, and it was self-created. And my hell was a heaven compared to what many others have experienced. I realize that. I've been blessed. Took me a while to accept that I had been blessed, or that I was worthy of being blessed today. After all, the life I've lived. Oh, God. Oh, my God. I'm not completely ashamed. I did a lot of things that others weren't willing to accomplish. I did those things. And that's who I am now. I'm still a man who does things that others haven't been willing to accomplish for themselves. My purpose here on earth is peace. My purpose is to find a way to share the truth of God's love with this whole world so that humanity can stop fighting. Realize the truth of God it's not to be denied, it's to be respected and honored. The truth of God. See, there is a one source of creation, and science can show this too. If you want to go with the scientific explanations, it's the ether that physical scientists haven't really wanted to accept. But it's all energy and consciousness. It's all, one could say, this is a dream. We're sharing this dream of life, this dream of today that God imagined and allowed to come into form, and into the form of knowing for us, through us all. I'm talking about today. God helps us realize the day. God is the breath of life that's within us. And it doesn't matter what direction we turn to face God, or what temple or what traditions we follow. What really truly matters is how we live. How are you living in this world of corruption? I was considering my thoughts earlier today, and I am a man. I am an ordinary man, but I have surrendered me and my future to God. I was thinking about this earlier. And my life is unique. It's for a purpose, I know, and time is a mystery. I trust that all of my prayers have been answered and will be answered, such as the return of my family and my reputation and my finances and property and all that nonsense of the world. But my prayers haven't yet been answered in the physical form, beyond the fact of how I feel inside. Oh, the blessings and the pleasures that God allows me to experience in this body. I did not know it was possible to feel so good just to be alive. But it does, and it can for you too. I trust in this. So where I was going with is the ways of the world. They are corrupted. The world we were born in, people have more faith in this BS monetary system than they do in their neighbors or their family. People have more faith in the traditions that their family taught them than what other human beings have personally experienced for themselves. So it's a world we live in where we can be amongst the confused or amongst the clear-minded, those who are present and aware and conscious. And if you're present and aware and conscious here in this moment, then that means you have the capacity for love. And if you have the capacity for love, wouldn't you love to be a part of bringing peace to the world? Ending the genocide and the oppression and the divisions and conflicts. I was thinking about two things with this regarding the future. There's people in this world who have risen to celebrity and power. And there's plenty of evidence that points to the fact that they are selling themselves to the devil, right? Selling themselves and others out for their own selfish gain. That's what the devil does. I did that as an employee, as a serviceman, right? Military, good secure job, got me that, got me everything I needed, man. And it was not for God. Brothers and sisters, if we give ourselves over, then trust that God has a better plan for you than you do. Trust in that. Because if you can trust that God has a better plan for you than you do, then you'll pay attention to what each day brings forth, and you'll discover what God is revealing for you. And what I'm offering to you, I don't know who you might be or what level of mind you might be at or spirit. What I'm offering to you, if you'll accept it, and it's your choice, everyone who listens, this is a part of communication I was thinking about. Totally different subject. But communication is important, and any communication I offer, it's pointless if it's not received, if it's not accepted and understood. So anyone we speak with, if you're having a conflict or a disagreement, it's best to seek permission to offer the answers. And so if you can give me yourself permission to receive answers that might transform you, might set you free, that's what I'm trying to offer in these live streams. I'm trying to offer the words that might help awaken, reignite, rekindle the spirit of love, the heart of God that's within you, the will of God, the power of God that you are. I want to help awaken the world to a better way of living in honor of what I've learned, right? Through God's grace, I found my way to finally really believe in Jesus, to accept him as true, and to commit myself to embody him and his spirit. It's his will, his idea that there's no logical reason for mankind to continue funding wars. Real human beings are dying today, and brothers and sisters, if we unite, I trust God has shown the way. We're here to glorify God and receive, not just receive, but offer forth into the world the blessings, the creativity, the art, the love. We have the choice to bring the darkness, to believe in the world, to continue serving the ways of the world, the corrupted ways of the world. The economic system, government systems, corporate systems, we know it's all corrupted. And the corruption has been conditioned. Praise God. Praise God, the time for awakening is now. It really is. Hey, I haven't been giving here. These were the notes I wrote down today, some of the thoughts, some reminders I want to offer you that can truly help you transform your life. If you just make the commitment to practice some of these ideas, it's simple, it's obvious, it's actually very logical for you to feel better about living as you. Don't choose to hate what God has allowed you to discover. You have the choice to hate anything you want. You can get angry and afraid of anything you want. You can imagine things that aren't even there, and then you can get to experience fear and anger and hate. And you don't have to. You don't have to. You can accept and delight and celebrate that God has faith for you to discover things different than you, things that you don't enjoy, things that you don't understand. All things this is where my heart has found true comfort in accepting God. God is a mystery that is, and that reveals that which may be known. God is the light. God is everything. It's described beautifully, not just in the Bible, but in many different scriptures. There's many different beautiful words on what God is. The best way I know it, God is the love that allows life to live. Are you that which allows you to live life? Are you not? You are the God in your life. Until now, it's been, we've been creating these characters in the world, defining us, allowing our excuses and our budgets to hold us back from doing what is right. Brothers and sisters, God has created us plenty of evidence in this world that right now it is time to join the efforts to end wars or to connect with me sincerely, honestly, truly. For individual support, if you're seeking better understanding in what I'm talking about, or if you want to join my personal efforts to find a way we can do this. I have faith that the time for the world to change is now. We are the solution. When we awaken ourselves to thinking beyond the problems, beyond the battles, beyond the victories, into the solutions, into the resolve, into the peace, into the shared understandings. And most importantly, brothers and sisters, there's plenty in this world right now who are praying for someone, please do something. I've seen it. I've heard it from women interviewed on the news. I don't know God's plans for us, brothers and sisters, but I do know that the time for our world to change, it's overdue. Welcome, Hank. How are
Hey,
you?
Jack. I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm good. You know what? I just realized I totally took us off the topic. The planned topic was to surrender to joy. And here I go getting all emotional about the wars and stuff again. Praise God.
Well, as a host, you have the privilege to change topics as you please. So,
Thank you. You know, I've been wondering what is the way out of this craziness? What is the way to change not only my life in the world, but my life online too? You know what I was thinking? Hank, we have incredible opportunities gathered here, right here online. The creative talent between Tommy and uh what's his name? Paul?
Yeah, Mr.
Um,
Paul. Yes.
the creative broadcasting talent of those two alone, man. If they could figure out how to friggin' get along, holy crap. They could do some good stuff.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm praying for Illuma Tommy. So yesterday he had two streams. The first stream was okay. It's still up. I'm gonna put a link to it. The second stream just went horribly wrong. So it just seems that Tommy had little control over his panelist, and he got hornballed multiple times somehow. Had even though he was pulling people on stage, no more than two at a time. So it just went horribly wrong. So I hope Tommy's doing okay today.
I trust Tommy is fine. You know what I saw? The signs from God were so clear to me. Paul was there surprisingly. Well, not surprisingly. You know, he plays the roles very well. He was there peacefully. And I think Tommy wanted to fight. And I was there peacefully. And Tommy wanted to fight. And
Yeah,
so then he has the more the more popular names, you know, hidden in the back. There's flow states there. I thought that was perfect. He says, I came to talk to Paul, not you, Tommy."
yeah,
That was perfect. But so he's got me, Paul, Flo, you in the back, and he brings up two different porn bombers.
yes. Two different four bombers, and if he was okay to fight, I was ready to fight too. And then he didn't want to fight, and he wanted to talk to the chat instead. So that's all kinds of wacky.
He
So
was followed.
I don't know if this will ever be edited and committed to official lore, but we'll just have to wait and see.
You were pointing out his. You were pointing out the errors, but one thing I'd encourage, you know, don't get caught up in the battles and the games. You know, or the focus on the victory loses sight on the greater result. And that's what I'm looking at is I think if Paul, Tommy, and I could have a conversation, there might be, I don't know, there could be either chaos or mediation, one of the two. Because I see Paul and Tommy as the same. Tommy sees me and Paul as the same. And Paul sees me and Tommy as the same, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it does make sense, even though I disagree with all you.
Where do you stand?
Um, you all have pretty unique properties. I can't really group
Yes.
you all together, other than being panel host, which I'm also a group member of. So
Yes. That's just it. You're right there too. We're all reflections of each other who seem to have had a tough time understanding each other or working with each other. Everyone's been kind of doing their own thing on their own. And this is what I mean. If we actually teamed up, I mean, I got to give a salute and I got to give a salute to Cotflix, Talcott clip collection. I mean, his turnaround the other day on the death coach, my conversation with TBE, his turnaround was so on. It was impressive. And then he's been putting together some more stuff of me. So his editing and his talent is pretty good. But we've got editing and talent like that. We've got broadcasting talent like Tommy and Paul. And we've got wisdom too. There's an abundance of wisdom between many of us being shared. But I don't really see people working together, co-creating. I keep trying. I was trying. I'm kind of giving up on it myself now too. What do you think? What do we do?
So we should keep work on this one, but we may stumble and we discover why we have a monetary system in the first place. We need some kind of greater magic spell to induce people to work together because they don't want to do so otherwise, or they don't want to do it under the guise of nepotism or empire building. So we may just rediscover why we invented the monetary system in the first place. So I don't know yet.
You know, I watched an interesting discussion the other night. Let me do this really quick. About it's so simple and obvious. Here, for those interested or who haven't seen it, I'm going to go ahead and promote him. This is that death coach video that Cotflix put together with me and Toilet Bowl Earth. I totally interrupted and I totally distracted. Where were we at?
Who do you interrupt? Because you didn't interrupt me.
Oh,
You interrupt yourself?
I may have. I think I was going to go somewhere with something you said, and I lost it. I don't know. Hey, regardless, what I know is things are not always as they seem. If we can simply accept that fact, find comfort in who we are, where we are today, realize that in knowing the self, it's realizing that in this moment, Hank is myself. I am the self. We are the self of this moment that is here. And we're sharing with you. Welcome to all of you, sincerely. I'm not gonna play it, but I dropped the link. All are welcome to check it out. We have a way in the here and now. I don't know how it's going to happen, but I trust that we are a part of the happening that is. We are a part of the awakening, helping the world to awaken to the truth of the corruption. We don't have to continue enabling the corruption of these economic systems, the political systems, the corporate systems. We don't have to do that anymore. The answers are available. The willingness to change, the desire to change, that's the only thing holding humanity back from ending wars. Oh, the Federal Reserve. That's where it was. The money system. I watched this interesting documentary the other night, Hank, and it's so obvious and clear. Congress created the Federal Reserve. Congress can take out the Federal Reserve. It's a man-made, imagined entity that's been given power over nations. We got to wake these people up and let the people in Congress realize, hey, what you're doing is not actually in service of God like you might think. I mean, it is in service of God, your corruption and your evil, your selfish ways. I'm speaking to the people in Congress. or to those who might be listening and to who it applies to. You know, we all get to serve God's will in our way. The way I found the most joy was swing it into the topic. The way I found the most joy into my life is through surrender. I surrender to God's will. And I trust God's will to be to love. And I trust God's will is for me to love. Number one, because it logically makes sense. And number two, I believe in Jesus. And since I chose to believe in Jesus, I chose to understand him. And I chose to understand what he meant and what he said. And so I believe in Jesus and the words that were written, but through Jesus, through the words that were written, I claim that I know God. Every one of us can know God if we simply surrender the love of suffering, surrender the love of fighting, and surrender the love of disease, poverty, lack, negativity. Surrender the love of that which is not light. You surrender to joy, to freedom, and to love, man. Love the life we have been given because this is our chance to do so. Today is. Hey, and I also, since we're kind of on this idea of, we're pointing out, we have solutions. And just to connect the dots for those who are paying attention, behind every war is the economic system. The Federal Reserve is a great part of the American involvement with the economic system. I'm sure it's through them that all the international banking deals have been arranged. So it seems pretty logical that to end the wars, we confront everything all at once, all the corruption, all the evil, and we do it all united together. I believe it's time, and if we get enough people involved, or at least the right people together with the right faith, we'll find a way. And the world showed us recently, God allowed us to see recently the mockery of the lack intelligence shown between the debate of the candidates, Trump and Biden. What in the hell is that? This is not entertaining. Are you not entertained by the clown show? The Trump and Biden nonsense? Holy crap. America, people, Jesus showed us an example of a leader. That's the leader who I emulate and I follow. I was thinking about these words and my comparison when I was a union guy. That's when I realized it. I was negotiating forgiveness on behalf of others. I was mediating and seeking to resolve conflicts in the workplace. Dude, I was serving the will of God and I didn't know it, but it felt right because I always knew every time I was fighting for compassion and justice, I was on the righteous side of life. It's easy to overcome or to point out people's greeds and their flaws, but hey, we've got another wonderful guest with us today. Welcome back, Seven. How are you, brother?
Jack, you are on point today. Hi Hank. It's really good to see you, man. I just subbed and I like hit the bell, but you got to do it twice. Um, Jack, I'm just gonna listen for God. You're on fire right now because well, and I'll expound
Hey,
a little bit because I am a talker. Like a lot of us, myself included, have been through the ringer over the last couple of weeks, months, maybe years, and it's getting so hot. and the world is on fire. And I've been working for 5 days straight, 5 10-hour days in a hot restaurant where the AC is broken, so it's been over 100 degrees in there too. And the angst and anger and vitriol, it's I haven't been able to smile or laugh in days until I just popped onto your video. Well, I did last night. I'm sort of over exaggerating. I've sensed that if I cannot reach into my joy, if I cannot reach into Yahuwah, or some call him Jesus, if I can't contact with the Almighty, who is truly here and coming back, if I can't let that power ignore the wallet or the empty, piggy bank, ignore the lack of gas in the tank, or maybe be grateful that I still have a little bit. That's why I want to listen to what you're talking about, because you're on fire right now. You're reminding us that we can pull on a strength that is not of us when we're at our weakest. If we can just lift ourselves up a bit and reach out to this community of people, then I can't believe it. When we do that, we'll be laughing at midnight. We'll be laughing in the eye of the storm, and Yahuwah will provide somehow. I'm just going to listen, man.
That's where I'm at, and that's what I'm trying to share, is that the way of Christ is to overcome the fears. Give that shit away. I mean, here it really is. Many people have developed an identity based upon their fears, based upon their memories, their past reputation. It's a character. Let the character go and realize that you are only right now. Welcome, High Quality.
What's going on, brother Jack? I have a question for you, sir. How do I give up my fear of not wanting to listen to bullshit? You know what I mean? I'm not you. I'm saying, like, when someone's bullshitting you, like, how do you get through that peacefully with love?
Can
It's,
I take this one?
well, what I found best truly is to avoid the labels. Avoid labeling everything, judging everything, allowing God to reveal each moment as new, even though it might be the same body of a person. People change, ideas change, people do transform. And what you're describing, this, I don't want to listen to the bullshit of this person. Well, that's what people have said literally about me.
Well, I'm thinking like the Joe Biden and the Trump, like,
Oh,
the back and forth.
let's
You know what
let's
I mean?
confront it. Let's interrupt this nonsense. Let's do something about it. We all know people. We can connect people together. Just get these ideas. It is time. It is time for people who call themselves Christians to do more than just follow the traditions of men. It's time for Christians to live as though Christ is with them, and with faith, we join together in our communities, our congregations, with the combined focus. Hey, we don't know how, but we're going to spend some time and energy so that we can end wars. We have that opportunity today again. There's other people working towards things, and I haven't been able to find a way to get anyone's attention who's involved with the organizations or my community. So where I am at, what I encourage all of you to realize, you can feel blessed and whole and holy starting right now if you allow it, and if you can give yourself permission. Because if you can accept it, then maybe you can start believing it. And if to become holy, you allow God to perfect you. And all you do is realize God has created you to perfectly be you, how you are, right now. So you're perfectly you. And how you become whole is to fill yourself with love. When you're filled with gratitude, guess what? You need nothing. All of your problems are solved. Know that. Know that. God is with you. God is for you. And as long as you stay faithful to God, as long as you stay faithful to love, everything's going to work out. One way
Praise
or
God.
another, it does. Well,
Praise God.
I
one way.
wanna try answering this question because I have a little bit different approach. So there's not that many different kinds of bullshit. So pretty much I'll listen patiently to figure out what kind of bullshit it is. But knowing that it is bullshit, I stop trying to engage. I deprioritize engaging with it on a factual level because they're using alternative facts. Then I start engaging with it on an emotional level and see what's their incentives, where are they coming from, what's their history, and I try to engage them at an emotional level where I can meet them at their level, and then I'll go move on from there. But I need to get a kind of connection somewhere before I can engage.
Wow.
You know,
That was beautiful. Praise God.
Well, if I can
the
say
way,
something,
please do.
because I just had to work 50 hours, 5 straight days. And like I said, in a restaurant, you all, you can figure that out. And a lot of people in this work environment these days know that they don't have to do the dirty work, bending over, cleaning, um, preparation. Um, so I get BS'd a whole lot by people who just say, they say to each other, Anthony will do it. He'll sweep underneath everything and mop and bend over and break. But you know what? Um, I like what Hank just said because I realize that I mean I don't mind being BS so much in life or on YouTube. I'll survive that somehow. But when you're in the trenches with people and you're in the grind and they BS you because they're like Anthony will do it. That's my first name. Um, I like what Hank said because I have to rise above it. Like I walk in, hey, hi, what's
Right.
up? Oh, hi,
Seven,
dude.
seven.
Huh? Yeah.
You've also got to accept responsibility for your choice to keep going back to that situation.
Nah, it's called a job, my brother. I'll be all right. I learned from
I
from.
know. Yep. Yep. And that's exactly the excuse that the American way has taught us to believe.
Well, I'm about to break
My
free
time.
from this place. I'm not going to be here
Okay.
long.
All right. All right. Then you got it
Here,
all. You got it all solved, man.
well, I don't have anything sold, but I like what Hank said. Is that
Jack, you have your very own Anthony Bourdain. Only his name is Seven.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to finish what I was saying, and then I was going to shut up because I'm really enjoying listening. Um, I like what Hank said. Um, that he gauges the situation. He's watching what their motivation is, what they've been through, how hot they might be or broke they might be, and it's like, okay, I still have a job to do, and I can overcome this. It's funny, Jack, because a lot of times I'm at work and I'll watch your video from time to time throughout the night, and I'm able to literally get back to work and not listen to their BS anymore. That's all I was going to say, man.
Thank you.
I do. I watch your videos at work. I mean, I do.
Well, you don't, there's other ways you could see things and see opportunities. I mean, I'm not asking for like people to commit the rest of their lives to working with me. I'm inviting people to join me in whatever ways they think they can. The idea though is well, my goal is I'm trying to grow in my reach, in the influence. It's not about Jack. It's about what I'm trying to get out. the love of God, the ending of wars, the ending of wage slavery. I mean, here, where I was going with this, being a leader who negotiated the forgiveness of debts, being a leader who has already accomplished these things, okay? Not at the level of presidency and all this greater stuff, but I have experience in leadership that is severely lacking in Congress and in the White House. Okay. So I'm inviting anyone listening, let's believe that we can. I've already had people walk away from me because I dared to post a photo with me edited in with Donald Trump. People want to push me away and find reasons to avoid me and to disrespect me. And yet, brothers and sisters, join me. Let's end this nonsense of wage slavery. We don't need jobs to survive. We don't. We need communities. We need education. We need resources. All of those things, right? Knowledge and community and resources. Guess where those come from? They come from God. We owe everything to God. We owe everything to the creator of life to try and do a better job of nurturing, preserving, and celebrating life together. When we surrender our old ways, our old limitations, if you just, here, 7, for you in particular, and others who are in this routine of a job and, trying to focus on economic survival, try to realize how much of your time is spent trying to figure out how to pay the bills, and then add in
Man,
how many.
I'm going to interject. I would, if it weren't for letting my son and his fiance, who's a very hurt child with POTS after getting the vaccine, I wouldn't be. I did this out of giving. I did this out of getting those 2 kids off the street and moving around and not having anywhere to go on Greyhound buses. I'm not in this position because I
But
was a
don't
fool. I'm in it because I did that word that's in back of you in white letters on that beautiful red thing. So I hear what you're saying, and I'll dig myself. It'll take me 3 months to be back on my feet, my brother, with my chitty chitty bang bang and things in line. But I did it because of that word behind you. So don't sit here and tell me I got myself in slave labor. My plan was to break out. It's just that I did that thing behind you, and it and I don't regret it. I don't.
here. I
I
tell
didn't.
you what. I'm sorry to interrupt.
Well, you're not
I
interrupting. It's your video.
I get so many of
But
these.
don't tell me I'm a slave, brother, because I did it because of that word behind you for 2 young kids on the street.
Well, hey, tell you what. You want to argue with me?
No, I'm not.
Let's get
You
into
started it,
facts.
bruh. I don't
Hey,
need to be
let's
here.
get into
No, I'm out.
facts.
I'm out.
Get out. Run away from the truth. You're making excuses, blaming your actions, your sacrifice of others, as though, you know what, your life can change. All I was suggesting, and all I'm trying to suggest to all these haters and naysayers, I've presented the plan of action many, many times. You're not accurate. I have been saying the same. Yeah, your comment yesterday. See you tomorrow for a repeat, he says. Yep. Every day, 7 days a week, I'm on here talking about God. I'm talking about love. I'm talking about creating a better world for you, your family, the people you don't like, the people you don't know. I'm talking about trying to find a way to end wars, to bring actual reforms and fix the problems that everyone seems to want to complain about. So, as you're right, you are right. You have seen no progress. You haven't been looking for progress. Number one, I know that. And number two, Anyone else who joins me? You want to tell me why we haven't seen any progress?
No, but I want to reference the Bible, Psalms 90:17. May the favor of the Lord our God rest on us. Establish the work of our hands for us. Yes, establish the work of our hands. So I don't think it's a really big deal if someone's working for the people they love. We just had to. We live in a society. We had to figure out what works for us and how to just communicate, influence, and just stay sustainable.
You're not listening to what I'm saying, Hank.
Actually, I am listening, but the thing is, I'm not. I don't feel that you're listening to what I'm saying either. So
What?
it's
Well,
what.
what? Okay, but
Well,
what?
it's because you use like religion and spirituality, like Common Core math uses, numbers. Like 2 + 2 = 4 to me and Hank, but to you, it can equal anything because God's behind it, and God is going to save you, and God is love,
Is
and,
that
and
what
all
you
that.
understand? See, you're confused because of the way you describe it. You're not describing it accurately. So clearly, you have not taken the time. Moose, I'm grateful you're here. Michael, as a man, it's time for people to wake up, start accepting the fact that where we are today is a result of the past choices. Okay, that's what I was trying to get across to Seven. He chose a job. He chose that job. At one time he was probably grateful, but now he's in the routine, he's in the habit. And Moose, you've cast a lot of opinions around about me, and you've never fairly given us the opportunity to talk. When we talk, it was all about you.
Well, because every show is about you. So, like when we talk in private, I figure that's 2 minutes for myself.
Well, right, but this is where you've been confused. So, Moose, again, it's time for you to realize, are you the character? Are you the character of the man, or are
I'm the
you
hero of my own journey. I know
well,
that.
well, you've not, how have you been, what role have you played in my journey? Let's see where your mind is at on that.
Jester. You're the king of Talcottia,
All
and I'm
right.
the jester
And
of
so,
Talcottia.
to the people asking me, why haven't they seen change? Why have they not seen progress? Do you think your
I
role
could
as
tell
a
you, no, I
jester?
could tell you why. I could tell you why because they're not looking for it. If they were looking for change and progress, they would see the change and progress that you've made. But instead, they're looking for where you fall short. They're looking for everywhere that you stay the same. And so that's what they see.
Right. Thank you. That's the filter people see themselves with, just like Moose, just like you've projected a lot of crap onto me through your filter, your confused mind. I'm not actually a man to be jested, to be disrespected and think it's fun to disrespect me like you have. Because
I don't
you
know what
weren't
you're
brought,
talking about.
hey, you
I'm
admit,
confused.
well, the bullshit game with the keys on the StreamYard, the many streams and conversations you had with OTW and Nubs and Sly, all this
OTW?
bullshit
I'm
you
not even.
talked about
I,
me.
I don't even know who OTW News is anymore.
I know, I know.
Like I
There
haven't
you
been there
go.
in how long,
Why,
Jack?
Moose? I don't
I,
give a shit.
I think you
You're
just need a
clearly
punching bag tonight, Jack, and Hank's gonna
no.
be that for
You know
you.
what? You're here. Hey, he left on his own accord. Thankfully, I appreciate it. Welcome, Flow State. How you doing, brother?
Dang it, I was enjoying watching the beatdown.
These people, man, they're just people are people. I keep reminding myself that people are people. They're how they want to be.
yeah,
There's
how about that one for the Bible? to set the move. So Proverbs 12:11, those who work the land will have abundant food, but those who chase fancies have no sense. We're working the land. We're talking to people. We're figuring out how people work. We're going to end the wars. Maybe
Well,
not in our lifetime, but we're doing
I
the work.
I see a lot of people telling themselves they're doing things, but in reality, it's not what I'm experiencing.
Well, we are doing the work at least. We don't have to worry about them. And then we'll just do nothing. We just walk around them. It's not. I don't think it's a big deal.
Well, I haven't been able to walk around them. I haven't been able to find a way beyond, or, well, I'm here. I'm still where I was. And you know what? My faith in God is growing. I trust it will be soon eventually. My phone will ring with invitations and offers. Oh, you're fucking beautiful, dude. So this is my life. This is my life, right? My sponsor, my AA sponsor. His name's Big Country. We'll go with that. Welcome, midlife.
Jack, it's a pleasure to see you again. Not that you need this, but I just wanted to let you know I see what you're doing. I approve of your message. I think you're, and I always just come on the show and I feel like I'm blowing smoke up your ass, but it's real. I am looking for what people have a problem, why people have a problem with you. And I think I just found one of those reasons. I just saw you trying to hold people accountable, trying to teach people to look within themselves and really have a bit of self-reflection. And sometimes self-reflection is painful when you look directly into the mirror. And it made people uncomfortable. And then that is some of the pushback. That's what I saw.
Are you naked again?
I have pants on. I don't have a shirt on, but my camera's up here. There we go. Just see my egghead.
Hey, you're correct, and I want to swing back to this, but just as you were coming up, I got to share this, right? I'm just over 8 years sober. I went through the steps, worked through the steps with this guy named Big Country. Whatever reason, he's been a part of my past, and he got upset at me and judging me midlife. I think it's a similar pattern to this. I sent him a text this morning. It's been a while. I sent him a text. Forgiveness, acceptance, and appreciation can always be found through God and love. I am sending you my love, and I look forward to when you find forgiveness for our life together. So it's to my brother, my AA sponsor. He just
What
sent
did it
me a
say?
text. Huh?
What did it say? Sorry for being that kid. Do you want to read it again?
You know, I wonder if I can bring this up. I don't want to share it with his name though.
Well, don't dox him. You just read it, and I was paying attention to the chat.
Yeah, I said, forgiveness, acceptance, and appreciation can always be found through God and love. And I've seen him at the same church. I know him as a Christian. So I'm sending you my love, and I look forward to when you find forgiveness for our life together. So just a few minutes ago, he sends me a text. I've asked you to stop contacting me. This is one of Margot's friends, by the way. So I've asked you to stop contacting me. I have filed a no contact order with Spokane Police Department. Consider this your warning. I have been warned. And so I notified him I'll be talking about him here.
Oh no, you're on notice. Oh no. Like the police is gonna get off their asses and do anything. So
Well, if the police show up, you'll know what I did. This fucking world is crazy, man. And
you're not even trolling people. You're just up here with the message, and it just attracts detractors. The attraction of detractors. I don't. They don't like this positive message. They're just. It's like, I don't know. They see you on top of. They're playing King of the Mountain with you, Jack, and they can't knock you off, and it just gets them mad.
Yeah,
it gets them mad. But Jack is building the mountain as he's on top of it. So, my brother, Sorry, please.
Hey, Jack, if you see that guy in chat pointing him out to me, I will remove him for his own safety.
For his own safety. Dude, his nickname is Big Country for a reason. He's not a small dude, and I'm not big. So this is what's so funny. There's so many people in my town that are just fucking terrified of me. And I'm a man of peace. I really am. I've been misunderstood. And bro logic, here's something that's true. You're absolutely right. I have a habit of confronting people. And I do it in a way that really upsets people. And then we end up arguing and they don't like it and they get angry and I'm to blame. It's part of my own path though. I know the benefit when we overcome our excuses and we improve on our bad behavior. Dude, the whole world improves around us. Moose's wife and family would appreciate it if he would allow himself to learn from me. I'm confident of that. He'd become a better man than he has already. Just with the support and support of someone like me. And here's the thing. I've humbled myself to the truth that I believe and I know God is doing all of this every day. Every day there's a mystery and a perfection and an order that is happening. And we're a part of that mystery and that order that is happening. And I was thinking earlier about all the crazy characters God's created. Paul, Tommy, Snafu, Flow State. See, Flow's another one who's got good editing, and you've got a talent and a skill to you too.
Thank you.
See, if we can find a way to communicate,
I'm not sure why you lumped me in with all those other guys.
You're a part of this.
Didn't you spawn them, Flo?
I did not spawn Snafu.
I think you did.
I think
I did introduce you to Snafu. I still remember that. You called him out for being an incel, which was absolutely accurate.
CT and you like spawned me from separate branches. I'm like holding on to both.
Your white daddy and your black daddy?
Yes, daddy. Absolutely.
I could never. You could never call me that again, and that would be too soon.
I think 7.
He's back.
It's back.
Yeah, Venus told me to.
Thank you, Venus.
Yeah, welcome back. Hey, yeah, last night Illumitami missed a huge opportunity with all of us gathered there. We could have had some fun. I was ready to have fun. I think you were ready to have fun. And even Paul seemed that way too. And that's why I still have hope. I see the joy in a lot of people, even though it's hidden behind a lot of anger and conflicts. This competitive nature that we've been accustomed to. We feel better sincerely when you just flow, right? Flow state, that's the topic. That's the idea. But what I've realized is really important is to flow with love. And love brings transformation. Love brings change. Love brings healing. And I see myself so clearly in so many different people, including Paul and Snafu. Even Snafu, it took me a while to find anything there, but
There's really nothing there.
He's got a good heart. He's got a confused mind.
He's got a rotten heart.
Goosebumps, man. My hair, skin. Jack, keep talking, brother. This is woo. You're on fire today.
Thank you, my friend. Well, the ways of the world. We've got a lot of brilliant.
goosebumps, man. Like the hair on my skin is stand. This is
we got a lot of interesting characters around, especially in this smallish YouTube community. But through this smallish YouTube community, there is incredible talent. There is some true abilities to communicate. I think that's what I admire. I admire people that communicate well. And there's several here. If we unite together, we've got the answers. We could change this world very quickly. People just have to believe that change can happen. And if we believe change can happen, well, why would we stop it?
Jack, I have a problem believing change can happen. Sometimes I just get so black-pilled. I see what's going on with the world, and I read about history.
How does
And
that
it's like,
feel? It sucks.
It feels like I should just give up on the world and just focus on me and my family and my loved ones and my inner circle.
Yeah.
But
you know
the
that
best that I can.
You know, that might be the right time at times, because, you know, I certainly don't encourage people to leave their families and stuff, but you know, this is kind of where when my own transformation happened. It was when I was realizing my son was 15. We were teaching him how to drive, and pretty soon he'd be leaving home. Well, my life was going to change. I was going to be taking a different role. I had less responsibilities. I didn't have that excuse anymore of a family. So when I realized that, I started thinking about other things. And midlife bro logic. We don't need a lot right now. It can happen very quickly and easily. If we just believe that we can be a part of ending wars, then what'll happen is it'll open the mind to ideas. Who do I know? Who else might help? I believe the best way to get wars ended is to get solutions and encouragement, some motivation shared with people in Congress. And I think that could happen in an afternoon. Real quick, real easy. We got the technology. I want to speak to Donald Trump. You know, there's other people who know people who know people.
You know what I want to do, Jack? I want to talk to some of us who need to create a security team for you. Because you're about to become really important, man. And what I want to do is I want to have your back. No, I want to have your six, man. Keep talking.
Well, join me. I mean,
I'd be
a lot better off if I could get some attention here in Spokane, sincerely. But we got people like Margot and Smith, literally here in Spokane, won't even have a conversation with me like an adult. It's like, this world is nuts. It's time for people to change, get beyond the old characters. We don't have to worry. If you surrender yourself to the truth and realize how little you actually control, we all walk with faith anyway. We can either have faith in the problems, faith in the dangers, faith in ourselves, or if we truly have faith in ourselves, the best way to protect ourselves is to grow the community.
Jack, can I say something?
Yeah.
It was the coolest thing early in the video, because I was one of the first three people here. And then I had to dip for a minute to go get a pack of smokes, come back real quick. But you mentioned the labels that people have put on us. I've written it down twice. The character that got created by the labels, because we kind of can't escape that old us. Dude, that was my favorite part of the beginning of this video, and I've been taking notes. Could you expound on that a bit?
Escaping the character.
Okay.
Well, we pick up a lot of identities. The idea of know thyself, you got to really ask yourself, who am I? And when you start breaking down who I am, who the I am that is with me is the same I am that is with you. It is the awareness of it's the awareness of the experience through the perception of a human consciousness. And so within all of us is a loving awareness that is the Christic. It's the true conscience. It's the knowing of God that is already here. We get to glimpse little bits of the experience through our mind and what we feel. But the key is to detach, to realize the mind and what you feel, they are not real. The thoughts we think, they only matter if we give them attention.
Well, Jack, I got to get going. I just wanted to swing by, say hi. Maybe I can give some of that positivity back to you that you've been spreading. I do appreciate it. I'm not going to lie. It does get me down. This whole thing, there's this like NATO thing happening in DC. I may go. I don't know, peace rally. Do you know anything about that?
Yeah, our chapter here, we're funding a young activist so he can go attend that. Our chapter with Veterans for Peace. It's the say no to NATO, say yes to peace, something like that.
You think I should go or what? I just learned about it. I live out here.
It might be an interesting experience. I would check it out, and I would see, talk to some of the folks that are there and see what you think. You've got a great personality, and sincerely, I enjoy you. You do bring light, and you reflect light, and you share light. I appreciate you. I subscribed to you recently too. So for those who haven't, check him out.
Absolutely. All right.
We will.
On that note, Hank, as always, Flow State, Jack, and Mr. Seven Spalding, it's a pleasure to meet you. Peace and love to all. And to all, a good night and a good day and a great tomorrow. See you. Bye.
Respect, man. He gets a lot of hate, a lot of places he goes. You give him hate?
Of course.
What's his channel, Jack? Who was that guy?
Midlife Bro Logic. I'll get the link for you.
Okay, sweet. Thank you, Hank. Because I couldn't see, was he on the screen? I couldn't see him.
He was.
Oh, yeah, it was that dude. Okay. Well, it was frozen on my screen. So, yeah, man, mad love, boy. I can't wait to subscribe to his channel. Yeah.
Seven, you're such a character, too. I love you, man. But
well, I'm an empath, so I give way too much, boy.
Wait, please allow this interruption. Thank you for allowing the interruption. That label is one of the things I'm talking about. You've identified yourself as an empath, and then because of that label, I allow myself to experience this or this or this.
Well, I just
give.
I just give.
It can be a gift or a curse. Well, everything can be a gift or a curse. It comes down to what we do, what we accept, what we allow, and I encourage you, start believing, allowing yourself. Here's the key to life that I found for myself. And it was by the grace of God, I lost my job and my family, and I had a lot of time to myself. Okay. What I learned is that when we allow our body and our heart to feel peace, it starts in the mind. You got to give yourself permission. And it's hard to give yourself permission to feel peace if you've got a lot of unresolved conflicts or things that you've been denying yourself from taking care of. If you can move past all the excuses and give yourself peace, I'm telling you, a couple of the more recent prayers that I found is just the reminder. God's will is for my salvation. meaning God's will is for me to overcome and to get through the problems. So God has already solved all my problems. All of my problems have already been solved. And
Well, you
so
know what?
then,
I,
yeah,
I I enjoy confession. I mean, ever since I got poisoned out of my apartment, and it was in 2020, um, and lost everything. You know, when I started my YouTube channel in 2016, I was 170 pounds, had everything, and I still, let's just say, watched things I shouldn't have, and had an ego and a pride to me, and a drive that came, I think, somewhere below my belly button. This brokenness is the greatest blessing ever, because I've seen the gates of heaven. Because I don't think with the carnal, the fleshly. Man, when I started my YouTube channel, I was like, hey, I'll have 500,000 subscribers. Hey, look at my muscles. I landscape all day, and then I go jog and then play basketball. I did. I was just a punk about being this this 6 foot 1 inch, walking ball of testosterone and ego. Man, I'm so grateful for this brokenness, and that's why in these last days where I think I'm gonna be so damn broke, I've got a couple of days off, and a young man called me last night that found me on my YouTube channel. 27 years old. He lives in Virginia, half an hour outside of DC, so he feels something. And he told me what I mean, and he told me how, and he's been to it. He is a, I mean, he's a Mormon. I could hear it, how soft his voice was. First thing I thought of was you, boy, and your discipline towards faith. And he told me you make a difference. So I cleaned up my life last night. It took me about 10 minutes, boy. And then I got the day off now, and I got 2 more days off. Well, I ended my day, and then I found you, so I can be here. And I'm such a dummy. I ask all the time, can I join the chat? It's like, fool, it's right up, but I suck at computers. So so being here is a confirmation of prayer last night, and it's building up on what you're showing us today. I've been taking notes. I mean, I'm embarrassed. I might do a 3 hour live video last night and tonight, and I've stolen all the notes from you. Psych, I'm kidding. But I'm taking notes,
taken,
and these are for me.
okay.
These are personal notes.
Well,
These are personal notes.
the whole goal is to make a better world. So if you find something helpful, please share it. Please do. I don't need the credit. Just share it. It's wisdom. Wisdom is what needs to be shared. And we live in a world where everyone thinks they know it all already. It's crazy. But that's the game we get to play. And here's the challenge that is really facing humanity. It's communication. Communication and integrity, those are the keys to what is lacking in our world. I mean, if we go back to Biden and Trump, them playing this stupid game of debate, neither one of them is talking about solutions. I mean, a true leader would be leading America, leading our resources for diplomatic resolve, negotiating the end of wars, the ceasefires, the stand down of militaries. And on top of that, like we were kind of discussing earlier, the Federal Reserve fiasco was just pen and inked by members of Congress, 111 years ago, 100, whatever it was. So the Federal Reserve monster can be dealt with by the current people in Congress. If they do their duty and we communicate with people to the people in those positions, well, anything can happen. I have faith God is with this, that God wants humanity to stop fighting. Why? Because our God is the creator of knowledge. It's the knowing that allows thoughts to be discovered. We're here to learn. And we don't learn if we're always fighting or if we're slaving away for some damn paycheck. You know, the purpose of our labor and our energy, it should truly be in service of greater projects.
Jack, can I say something?
Please
I don't
do.
know if much of your audience knows that I am one of the premier sky watchers and documenters of the sky. Videos, sunrise, sunset, the very strange moon that is in the sky for 4 or 5 days all day, but doesn't appear in the east at sunset at all. I'm one of the best. And the heat out there. And I mean, I love us little channels. You know, that's what that young man told me last night. He said, I watch the big channels, but I literally am so sick of them that I went into an algorithm to find the little hidden channels. I was like, damn, boy. Look at that. It burns off my shirt. The shit glows silver blue. Boom.
Bing.
It does,
Damn.
man. It's
God damn,
wicked.
Seven.
Tonight at sunset, I've got a feeling that there will be a sky of incredible proportion, color, probably a sunrise in the east and a huge purple glow in the south. It is incredible. And I'm not going to harp on that. I'm not promoting the channel. I'm just saying that it ties into what we're talking about. It is the return of Yahuwah. And I know that young man, when he spoke to me yesterday, he did a certain math. He did a certain, he's a Mormon. So he's smart as, man, he's so smart. He did a mathematical equation on the fact that everything biblically, all that fancy numbers and all that stuff, and stuff that NASA talks of, it's weird how it all correlates into 2020. Oh, the Mayan calendar. That's what it is. The Mayan calendar. I'm a dummy, but I'm an honest dummy. And I wouldn't lie to you. He did the math. It had something to do with the number 420. I'm not sure. But 2024 is the year when this comes down. They're using CERN, because I can say it here. I don't say that on my channel. I say the particle colliders. Do you know that there's over 30,000 of them all over the world, and they're all interconnected? We're woven in a web, like on a princess's head, where she's got
So
pearls.
what are we going to do with this knowledge? Okay.
I'm going to say one last
A
thing and
lot
then
of
move
people
on. They're
talking
hiding.
about it
They're
all
hiding
day.
the
What are
return.
we going to do?
They're hiding the return of Yahuwah. And I don't think that they'll be able to hold it off much longer because it shows in sky. And I'll let you
Could it
take
be
back
one
to your
of us
video.
here?
Huh?
Could it be one of us on this panel?
What?
The return of Yeshua.
It's the return of truth. It's the return of love. It's the realization and the awakening that the Christic is within. I was actually thinking about this earlier. In the Bible, it talks about the two deaths, right? And we all must face two deaths, and we must die in order to live. We must die of our old ways. And when we die of our old ways, what that means is we bring a day of judgment upon ourselves. We align ourselves with the truth of our past and the truth of our present, and we no longer live in selfishness, with excuse, with blame, with fights, with all this negativity.
So
That's
let's
what
choose love, and let's end the war between Talcottia and Moostum.
I'm not
Came
sure.
back for resolution. Came back for
Moose, why
resolution.
is your voice so soft?
What?
Because he's playing a character.
No, I'm not.
Well, peace has always been available, as has respect, as has attention and care, but you know, I know what I've received from you. So are you saying you're here to offer me peace?
Good night, babe. We're off on peace.
Moose, offer some of that peace. Share the peace, Moose.
All right, sorry, I had to refresh my headset.
That's a cool name, Moose. That's the coolest name on YouTube.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Are you guys here and now? Are you present?
Yes, I'm in the here and now. That's why I'm not angry. I'm enjoying what you're saying right here, right now. Yep.
Jeez, man. This question, and here, this is a fair question, and yes, I did. I did slave away most of my life to enjoy this fireplace, and it is from my slavery, my investments, my sacrifices. It is from that and my savings that I have a roof over my head still today.
Well, thank
I
you for sharing it
still,
with us for free.
well, yeah, I still give it, I still humble myself and realize now clearly all results come from God. All we
Except
can
for the bad
control.
ones. Those are man's fault, right?
No, no. Here, all results come from God. We are responsible. Ultimately, we are individually responsible for what we choose, but the results really, they're not always ours.
Amen to
I
that.
certainly didn't. I
Those are some
certainly
dope
didn't.
drums.
Yeah.
Some big ass drums, dude.
Man, I'll tell you what Jack is asking us to do is beat the war drums. So let me play just for a second, and I'm slick enough to not play them so loud that it spikes
He
Are
everybody's
you
needs a
ears
sure
little
up.
that's what?
attention
Wait,
tonight.
are you sure that's what I'm asking you to do?
Nope,
Because
I'm
I
about to
don't
put them away.
remember ever saying let's
I
beat the war drums.
could swear I heard you say that though, Jack.
It's all
I
good.
mean,
He's putting them away.
I'll
He's
say
putting
that's
them
why I
back
asked.
away.
I mean, that's why I asked. Like, that's why I asked. I wasn't just gonna fly off and go Congo on you. But I'll do it,
oh,
sometime.
I appreciate that. And maybe there is a time for it, but
Well, I wasn't really gonna do it. I'm not that serious right now. I'm trying to have fun for the first time in months. I was kidding. I'm sorry. I wouldn't.
hey, no, it's all right. Now I guess I'm better understanding. It's all right. We're still getting to know each other a little better and still getting to understand each other. And the topic
Well,
today
something
is
else.
great. Yeah.
Well, and something else that's going on is it's not 7 or 8 or 9G. It's a 10G. It's a lag on on YouTube. Time is speeding up, so we're kind of slowing down, and there's a discommunication because it is here.
Yeah.
So when I
It's
sense
like
the
I wanted
conversion's
to be
negative,
when I was
pop
younger. The
off
one
it.
with the clown. And he lived in the sewer.
What?
I'm ready for the war drums.
That dude's got a what? Oh, it's a katana. Is it?
What?
Oh, this nigga. White. Yeah. And this thing is so
Did we
sharp,
just
boy.
become best friends?
I know.
It appears.
I kind of already love you like a brother. Keep on
Katana
talking,
buttons.
Jack. Just keep going, brother. We're all digging
Yeah,
this,
we're
man.
just doing samurai shit, but carry on.
Um, hey, well, the topic, surrender to joy. Surrender and realize that we get to live now. We can spend time worrying about stuff in the future. We can spend time looping and disagreeing with things from the past, but truly the time to live each day is right now. And right now, we have the luxury of surrendering to joy and peace and comfort. We've all got shelter and health and everything we need, but there's still innocent people in harm's way. And there's a real humanitarian crisis happening in this world right now.
As
Question
God
for you,
wants it.
Jack. At which point do we accept the things that we cannot change, and how do we find out what things we cannot
Do you have
change?
Moose turned down or something?
Yeah, did someone turn me down? I'm practically yelling over here.
He's probably been turned down a few times in his life. I'm sure he didn't always get a yes, but Hello, Sven and Low State and Jack. How are you doing today?
Good to see you again. Did you win the autism war against Rant?
I am not autistic, but I did demolish that guy earlier over his voice. He's got the worst voice ever. Sven, can you pull out your katana sword?
Here, actually, I want to go back to
7?
that comment about change the things we cannot and such.
Yeah.
The number one thing we can change our limits. We can change our excuses. We can change our beliefs. We wrestle not against flesh and blood. It's individually within us as well. It's the structures and limitations of the mind that has people repeating the past. We're here to bring forth the new. And the new happens when we embrace change. We stop fighting for change. We stop believing others cannot change. Here's why I'm so confident that I want to at least try and have conversations with some of these people. I mean, let's face it. I've been trying to get Paul to change his ways. He's just like Donald Trump, and Donald Trump's just like Joe Biden. They're all characters who are out of their fucking minds.
Yeah, but doesn't that break the non-aggression principle? Trying to change somebody else is causing loss, injury, or harm to them because you're trying to.
That is a dude. There is no logic. Hey,
you're
right,
trying to take away their freedom to be
Moose. I know you're making excuses for you and
It's not
Paul
an
right
excuse.
there.
It's
Hold on.
fact.
I know. You brought
Come
your
on,
disagreements.
Moose.
You're filled with
No
disagreements.
more excuses. No more excuses. Just listen to Jack.
All right, I'm
Well,
sorry.
Are
man.
those big nutcrackers?
I'm willing to listen. Go ahead, Jack. Sorry.
You're missing the point. What I was interrupted before I got done, I've never actually had a real opportunity to have a serious conversation with Paul. He keeps playing this fucking character. He refuses to have a conversation offline where he knows there'll be no excuse for an audience, where it'll be easy to point him out. Paul, you're not impressing anyone. You know, I try doing that publicly, but he's got all sorts of people telling him how glorious he is. So, but here's my confidence. I used to be arrogant. I don't believe I was ever as arrogant as Paul, but I was arrogant and I was defensive and I was very argumentative. I changed. I know I can change. I know others can change. And it's really easy.
Oh, there
Right,
it is.
it's like an
I see
alcoholic.
it,
Is what I'm
7.
trying to say. It's like you have to want to change yourself in order to change. Like
Right.
if he doesn't want to change, like how do we tell him that he wants to change?
Right. Here's how. Just what I've been saying. We encourage him to become honest, just like you encourage an alcoholic to become honest. You encourage them to try and change. You don't just bitch at them. You don't just keep telling them what they're doing wrong. I mean, I went through that. People did that to me. Lots of people bitched at me and said I was shameful and I should be ashamed of myself. And I was, but I didn't know how to change. No one was willing to fucking help either. It seemed that way. But no
What
one
the fuck?
in my,
Sorry. Is that a tack fest?
Oh, wow.
Wow.
I see it. Hold it up, 7.
No, I'm interrupting the video.
Jack,
Damn it, you guys.
Brother Jack.
Shut up, man.
I have a
I'm
question,
just having
Brother Jack.
fun. Jack is bringing out the best in me, man.
Brother Jack, are we talking about Paul Unslaved or which Paul? Because I just got here and they keep saying Paul.
Who cares?
Okay, so
that's
guy.
The I was referring.
He's a ginger, isn't he? Isn't Paul Unslaved?
You've asked that before, and I'm not sure. I think he might be.
Is he the guy that calls himself the White Gorilla, though? Is that the same one? Okay, White Gorilla.
All right. Okay.
Albino Gorilla.
What Jack was just talking about is this giving up on excuses stuff and playing the same character and repeating, because this is cool. I mean, I'm telling you, man, I got on my knees last night with somebody
Yeah.
who knows how to pray.
Yeah, get
And
on the
and
knees.
then got here today. Jack is talking about some important stuff, and I'm not going to sit here playing with toys. It's disrupting the damn video.
You were doing that,
I don't
dude.
want to
Come
keep
on,
playing. I
you
don't want
just
to
said
keep playing. I don't want to keep
Yeah.
playing the same character anymore. So Jack,
You
please
have a
continue.
mental dysfunction, sir.
you're not going to sit here and do that, but you're doing it.
Dude,
Oh, that's crazy, dude. Come on, let's get real here. You were just doing that. You were showing off your toys
I didn't mean. I
on video.
thought I'm having fun. I'm sorry.
Nice, bitch.
But you
Fuck
said you're
y'all.
not going
It's
to do
good.
that, but you were doing it. It's
Sorry.
okay. Just be honest. Just be honest is all I ask.
No, I didn't say I wasn't doing it, but I wasn't talking or interrupting the audio.
Yeah,
So
but it's
just
like me.
chill, man. It's
If
all good. Let's
no,
get
I'm
back to
chill.
Jack.
Hey, I'm chill. It would be like
Well,
me
you're
saying I'm
so
not going to sit here
Why
being
are
a
you
raven,
so
but I gotta.
unchill, Sanity
I,
No,
Machine?
I'll probably.
I'm very
No,
chill.
dude, I'll probably
I'm very
subscribe to your
chill.
channel. I'll
Here,
probably
hold
subscribe
on.
to your channel.
Here,
We're
hello,
good.
Be
We're
honest,
good.
though.
please,
Be honest.
please. Actually, I respect what Stephen was offering back to you was of some feedback for you to consider. The fact that your words and your actions were kind of contradicting. It appeared there was a contradiction. And
Yes.
so
It's only because somebody else commented. Me and him were.
no,
I think he's the one
it's
who commented.
because the
Hey,
seven, please, it's because the
Dude,
contradiction
me
existed.
and dude with the swords are. He is
I
still showing the
realize,
stuff. We're gonna shut up and I'm gonna
right.
go outside for about 20 minutes,
There's
and I'm
nothing
not gonna
wrong with
stop.
it.
Like I'll be back. I'm
Seven,
just
did
gonna
you
just
just snitch on me?
switch.
Yes,
I think I
he
might have.
did.
hey, take responsibility,
He
Seven.
snitched.
That's
He
all.
I
snitched on
kid
you.
you.
He did.
Jack
Can't
gets
believe
back
he
on the
snitched on me.
He
This
has
ain't
some
about
big
me.
nutcrackers right there. I don't know what those are about, but it's almost like a psychedelic video watching Seven. It's pretty cool. I'm not judging him. I mean, I'm just saying it's interesting.
He
He's an
is
interesting guy.
fascinating, and he brings in some very interesting perspectives.
And some awesome swords, but then he snitched on me.
Why did
well,
he do that? You know?
He's very emotional, and there are many people show and share their emotions in different ways.
Oh, I remember that guy now. He was on a panel here. Was it weeks ago with me? I remember seeing him here.
Maybe.
And yeah, I kind of remember that guy now. He was
Well,
crying though with his katana sword
yes.
on here. He was like very emotional. Now I remember. And I think I
Well,
was calling him Sven by mistake instead of Seven, but
yes, that sounds
yeah.
right.
Yeah.
So
I don't have my glasses on.
here's what I trust, though. There's a reason everyone is being brought together. We don't know what the future's going to bring. I encourage people to start allowing your minds to wander. I said this earlier in the stream, my thoughts earlier. I feel a peace within myself because I've truly, honestly, consciously given myself to God. I don't matter. God's will. I'm here to serve. And in doing so, I don't really worry about the future. I trust I'll get the future I deserve. And I'll deal with whatever the future brings.
God's
And
plan.
then I don't have to worry about the devil. I don't have to worry about evil. I don't have to worry about the past.
It's all
And
God's
here,
plan, brother. It's all
this
God's
is
plan.
this is what I'm
Let
learning.
go and let God. Just let go and let God. That's what I'm trying. I'm trying to learn how to do that. I haven't been drinking whiskey today. I haven't
Beautiful.
smoked any weed today at all. Not any weed. No whiskey. No
Stephen,
weapons. Nothing. Go ahead.
here.
Sorry.
Let me because this is perfect. This is where I'm trying to offer. In order to practice that, let go and let God, trust in, well, I found a lot of comfort in the words from the Bible, the words from Jesus. And if you can convince yourself that it's true, it is true. And I can explain it many different ways, but God is the here and now. The heart of God was the love shown through the living being of Christ, Jesus. So recognize your connection to the present moment here and now. And here and now is God to me. So I celebrate here and now as often as I can. I keep my mind on the creator of here and now, which does include me. But the way I truly let go and give to God these days is I remind myself, God has solved all my problems. You know, the solutions and the answers are for me to discover. And when the opportunities come, I'll do the actions and take the steps. But
Yes.
God has solved all my problems. And so if that's the case, then I need nothing. And so if I don't want to suffer, then I desire nothing. And if I need nothing and desire nothing, well, I have a lot to share. And that's where I start my day. I need nothing. I want nothing. I feel whole. I feel complete. My want, my desire is to share with the world in which I live.
Who left? I agree, Jack, brother Jack. Amen. Welcome back, Seven. Good to see you, brother. I think I remember you, brother. You were saying you're mulatto. You said something a previous stream to me. You
I'm
said
not going to
something
talk
about being.
anymore. I'm going to be quiet and
Oh,
listen. All right.
all right, man. No problem. Welcome back, though,
Yes,
brother.
Steven, respect
Thank you.
that shit.
Well,
Thank you.
I am being respectful, being very respectful.
I need nothing. I want nothing. Therefore, all I desire is God.
All I
Because he's already
desire is
taking
to
care of
share.
me. He's already taking care of me for today. I ain't got to
That's
worry
it.
about tomorrow. Yes. Yes.
That's it.
Yes. Yeah.
100%. He just kissed two nutcrackers.
You don't know whose nuts that thing's cracked.
He might. He
Yours.
probably does. It's in the covers of his home. Hey,
Low states.
the other part is, if you can truly play this mind game with yourself, well, then keep it going, right? Carry in that God is with me. Perfection walks with me. I walk with perfection. Now, sometimes I stray from perfection, but
I'm not perfect. I'm not perfect.
I'm definitely not perfect.
you
but this shit
you
is so
become
good.
that which you believe. The
I think
American
that we're laid out in order of most perfect to least perfect. Oh shit!
Wait, what'd you say?
No,
I think
no.
that we're laid out
You
on
know,
screen in order from most perfect to least perfect.
Come on, man. Don't show a blade and talk
See,
about
that's
stuff
making this
like
dude
that.
mad, dude. Put that knife
That's
away.
that's
Spike.
not
I love if you
cool.
were a puppet, I'd kiss you too, fool. We
You are
dig
a
you being
snitch,
here.
Seven.
Huh?
You are a snitch, sir.
you did snitch, Seven. You did.
What?
Yeah, you did.
What? Wait, I fucked something else up in this world that I'll pay for
No,
dearly?
relax.
Just the lasagna, but
Relax.
take it out of the oven. It'll be all right.
Wait, let me turn the AC off because I can't hear you guys.
That's
Let
what's
me
wrong.
soft ass little. It's not your voice. It's the lag. I call it the lag.
Holy
I
cows,
call it the lag.
man.
They don't want us to be talking. They don't want us to know about the
Taylor
lag.
was saying something. I think Taylor was saying something, flashing that blade about
I'm just trying to
Chuck's
listen to Jack,
cousin
bro.
being a
I ain't saying
stripper,
nothing.
Look,
a
we're
lap
just here
dance.
trying to enjoy God, Steven. What are you talking about?
I'm
My name's
asking
not
about
Steven.
Chuck
Seven.
getting a lap
Oh, is
dance
his
from his
name
cousin.
Steven?
This guy
Yes,
right
my
here.
name is Steven,
That's
and the guy
Queen
up above is
Stephanie.
his name is Taylor, and he loves me. He worships me. I don't know why. He's obsessed with me.
This is Queen
Guy up
Stephanie.
Taylor Flow State's name
He
is
reads
Taylor.
books at Drag Queen
It's
Story Hour.
Taylor, and he won't admit to
Don't
his
worry,
crimes.
the gayness isn't
He
contagious.
sold drugs to kids, and he's in prison for
Hey,
sex.
hey, please stop. This
Taylor,
is
come on.
not. No.
Queen Steven, easy with the slander.
Sex crimes, Taylor, Flow State.
Easy with
Just
the
admit
slander,
to it.
Queen Steven.
Admit to it. No, you started
Wait,
it.
whoa. Here, no,
You
please.
started it.
Here's how we surrender to joy. We realize it doesn't matter who starts it. I love peace more than conflicts.
Surrender, Stephen.
Surrender. It's easy.
Oh, you
People
got a
would
tiny
be-
blade. Wait till you see the size of mine. You gonna show a blade and tell me to surrender? Fuck you,
What?
felon.
Surrender, Queen
Felon.
Stephen. I
I'm
don't
gonna
care
tell you
how.
right now.
I don't
You
care
know
what size
Please
your
let
blade
Jack
is. You don't
continue
ever
this
You're a
awesome
felon.
video where great information is so linked into exactly what we need to be doing right now, which is focusing on needing nothing, wanting
That's
nothing,
not a knife. This is
and
a
make Jack
knife.
begin
That's
talking
not a
again.
knife.
Stephen,
That's
can
not
we
a
get back to
knife.
Jack, or
This is
does
a
it have to
knife.
be all about Queen Stephanie?
You can't own Bang Bangs. You keep mentioning my
Steven.
name. You're slandering me. He's
Steven.
slandering Jack. Come on.
Steven.
Yeah.
Come on.
I'm about to get my
Listen to
guitar out
this.
and play a
He's
song.
gay.
About
Fuck
Steve.
you, Flow State.
cows.
You're gay. He's gay.
No, hey, wait, whoa. What you're doing there, you're revealing your
Jack, will you get rid of this guy?
He's
Would you
attacking
please
Jack.
let me
No,
handle it.
Flow State's attacking.
I was trying to handle it, and then I get interrupted. Holy cows.
I'm about to play a
Come on,
song about this
Seven.
tool.
Play along, Seven.
Oh,
I would
no,
have the
okay,
same
no,
vote, though, if you asked me.
Self-awareness. Self-awareness is the key, people. Please, I encourage everyone, start practicing more self-awareness, which includes situational awareness, and realize that the life we are living, it's in direct relation to the choices of the past, not just our choice.
Remember in the early video, that one awesome guy, that black dude with the really nice mic, he mentioned situational awareness. I took notes on it. This is awesome, boy. Self-awareness and
Black guy?
situational awareness.
Which guy you talking about?
Never. I'm gonna. Jack knows I'm taking awesome notes. Everybody here
Awesome.
tonight really respects the fact that I'm here as
Right
a
on.
Skywalker that probably will get out there on the hill and catch the dragon in the sky, them hiding the return of Yeshua, which they can't
Go-
because of the
Go
faith
chase
that
that
Jack
dragon.
is
Chase the
powering up with
dragon.
us tonight. So, bruh, I'm
Chase
just
the dragon, brother. Chase the dragon.
situational awareness and self-awareness.
Hey,
Ooh,
thumbs
Jack,
up.
you
I'm
are fire
supporting
today,
you.
boy. Woo! You are. How do you spell the fuck self?
Chase
Go ahead, Jack.
the dragon.
Well, you're we're all the dragons.
Can you move him over to that corner?
I'm not
that
taking
corner so that
notes.
we're still in order of most holy to least holy. There we go.
No, that's not Jack. That's not funny. We're the holy ones here. Me and Jack. We're the holy ones. Come on.
Look at you trying
Taylor,
to
you're
kiss
not,
ass and manipulate.
you're not even
Here,
Taylor. You're not
holy
even a
one.
believer in God.
You're
Come on.
interrupting truths that are being
Here.
sent to us from God. It's getting annoying.
I'm
Let
interrupting.
Jack continue.
I'm not interrupting. Go ahead.
Shut the fuck up.
You're both
Fuck
kind
off.
of
Don't tell me to shut the fuck up.
All right, I'm gonna go outside.
You're
Chill,
both
because when I
Go
leave,
outside then.
you leave.
Go ahead.
When I come
doing
back,
the same thing.
Go outside and
Do
piss
you
on your
not
house.
see what you're doing? You're both doing the exact same thing.
I'm trying to be peaceful.
Not very
But
hard.
it's not
came in
working.
peace.
I'll
I
take
came in
enough
peace
notes. I
today.
can believe the
I was
video.
attacked.
But I know
I was
that I'm taking enough
attacked.
notes. I've gotten enough good information, and I'm happy today.
I'm gonna take notes.
Fucking months.
I'm gonna take. Thanks for moving me, Jack. No, move me up.
That's good.
Move me up, Jack. Come on, you're playing games, Jack.
Well, I'm going by cameras, the visual aesthetics.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah,
Turn
you
your
keep putting
camera
me
on.
last. No, I'm not turning it on. It's taped over.
I wouldn't either.
You're
if I
gay.
were.
You're gay.
Here,
You just want to see another
please,
man naked.
Steven,
You're gay.
Steven,
He's gay.
Steven,
He's
that's
gay.
not- wait. Number one, you don't have the evidence nor experience to support that allegation.
Neither does he. What he
Number
was saying, you
two,
didn't call him
not
out. You're kissing up
relevant.
Flow State today.
It's
You're
not
kissing up to him.
relevant nor helpful for this present moment. I want to welcome.
Nor
Dennis.
was what he was saying. Wasn't helpful.
So you say. Thank you for saying. So you think.
Instigating, calling me gay. Come on, Jack. You're not being fair. If you're a man of God, you got to be fair, dude.
Okay.
I'm calling you out
How
on that.
about?
On your
How
lack of
about?
fairness. I know you're
I
kicking me
didn't
off.
notice. So please,
Yeah,
if
you didn't notice,
we can. Here's the
All
point.
right.
Something I've been trying to get out. I thought I had earlier to realize. Right. one of the reminders that gives me comfort is I am as God created me to be, right? As is everyone else. There's one self, one time of humanity that's happening, and we're all a part of it. And I trust that from the heavens, God is looking at all of humanity and all of us here right now with the same love. Because from a distance, we're all the same. There's no difference between us.
Wait a second. We're all the same. You're saying there's no difference?
In the eyes of God, we're all just
in your eyes. In your eyes, though.
Creation.
I'm asking Jack, though. You.
In my eyes,
yeah,
it is all God. I am experiencing what God wants me to experience today, and it's my joy and privilege to try and figure out what to do with it. That's kind of how.
Look at the name Flow State changed his name to. I mean, look at this ridicule, and you just pretend not to notice. So there you go. There you go, Jack. There
That does reveal his juvenile character. No denying and no denying.
But then you can't cry. You can't cry when I tease you, Jack.
Crying.
You can't cry when it comes back on you. You've done that in the past.
I'm encouraging.
If you can dish it out, you got to be able to take it.
I'm encouraging both of you and
if
any
you want to run
other.
It this way, I'll keep this in mind. I'll keep it in mind.
Can we let Jack finish talking? I might be
Go ahead.
out, but at least I'm not
Go
disrupting
ahead, Taylor. Fuckhead. Go ahead, loser.
Hey, Stephen, he's absolutely right. I've been polite, and you've been utterly disrespectful to me and Flo. Why? Because you get thoughts in your damn head.
No, because he started firing shit.
Your excuses are irrelevant to your behavior.
Yes.
Who's cheering?
I think it's Spalding.
Okay, good.
That's immature.
Well, Stephen, it's the facts. Your excuses are irrelevant. Your excuses are irrelevant to your interruptions and to the experience you're offering for all of us. See, it's not just you and your ideas of flow. It's your ideas of flow are interrupting anyone else from really sharing anything of value.
But do you know what? Do you know what? My name is Seven.
Value, really?
No, Stephen, this is going to probably make you. I cry. I cry more than anything.
No, it won't make you
cry. You're going to love this,
go ahead,
Stephen.
Go ahead, try.
You and I are both the same. That's what Jack is trying to help us here.
No.
Would you just let me?
We're not the same. Go ahead. Spit it out.
Jack is just describing how wounded we are, and how. I mean, do you think that bankers or oil rig workers or farmers or Hispanics that work, in the landscaping, because I work with a whole lot of them, and believe me, they all have our jobs now because they're bigger men than us. You and I both need to grow up, and that's the last. Dude, I'm growing up tonight with Jack.
They took our jobs
because I'm a wounded little man child. So would you just let us do this? Because you talk like a little fucking girl. You do. I mean, at least I talk like a man. You sound like a man. Bitch.
Go cry. Go cry, bitch. You're a bitch.
I tried to tear you a man in war. You cry because you ain't got
winning.
Your tampon in.
I'm winning. Go
Fuck
cry.
you.
Hello.
I don't cry. You do. Go cry. Go cry right now in the corner. Seven.
Hey.
Go cry, bitch.
What I'm trying to say is that people like you and me, which Jack he said, Seven and you are a lot alike. This same toroidal field. I'm not bitching with you. I'm saying that obviously if we have to be such show-offs here or big boy baby men, then that's why I'm taking notes and I'm listening. And Jack is right. He said it. So bro, well, I'm going to listen to you and listen to Jack and pray for you, but I'm going to listen more to Jack because I'm learning
pray for you. I'm praying for you.
Hey, Stephen.
Yeah.
Stephen, can you struggle resist?
Fuck off. You're a fag. Look at this. Look at this. And Jack will laugh. Go ahead.
Yeah.
I see what this show is. you're biased. So anyway, I see what this is, and I am streaming this to show others what's really going on here.
What are you trying to show other people? How to get
Oh,
teabagged
don't
on
worry.
someone else's
No,
channel?
don't
and shut
worry.
the fuck up?
You'll see in the future.
Steven,
Are you
do
gonna
you
make a
lack
video about me?
bias?
You'll see. You'll see.
You wear a skirt,
Do you,
don't you?
do you
I'm
lack
looking into
bias,
Taylor.
You
Steven?
sound like you wear a fucking skirt.
I'm looking into you. I see what bias is. I see how unfair this is. I see how it's one-sided. It's okay.
Do you lack bias?
There's a war going on. There's a war going on.
He doesn't answer questions. That's smart.
So,
Keep
so
muting
King
my mic,
Steven,
Jack.
King Steven, you can counter the
Hold
teabag
on.
with an apricot like that.
Hold on.
Hank wins again.
I can't wait till Jack. I'll tell you what. I took enough. Let me say this, and Jack will let me do it.
Kick
I've
me
taken
off
enough
again.
notes because I go live, and
Kick
there'll
me
be
off
300
again.
people. Just shut up.
Oh, what?
I'll go live
ahead.
because I
Fuck
take
you.
notes about the
You
toroidal
shut up.
field, about the
Go cry in the
Crusades,
corner.
about the
Go
Inquisitions.
cry.
I take
Hoo-hoo-hoo.
notes on the
Hoo-hoo-hoo. You tell people to shut up.
Grammaton, Yahweh. I go
You're not
live.
making sense.
Is this
I'm
like
gonna-
a?
Here or
and I'm gonna
not?
have
Who
to call
the hell
Jack
is in
and
control of you
and share his
people? What
information.
is
This is
going
I'm
on
out.
with
I'm
you?
not here for this.
A loser
Hey, night
channel.
boy.
Are you out of
Night
your
dude.
fucking mind?
Hey,
Where
night dude.
are you, dude? Self-control means
Well, no, I'm
self-censorship,
out.
and you
Hey,
yield.
nice
Night,
dude.
go ahead.
I'm gonna find your
Night.
channel and I'm gonna
Steven.
subscribe to
Find
you.
my channel.
Bye, everybody.
Oh my God! Yes, both of you.
Who
please.
said bye? Oh, that was 7.
7 said bye, but I said bye to Steven too. This is just that.
Is that
Holy-
like is that a character he's doing?
Negative.
Pulling out
It's-
knives.
No, it is. This is the egoic
Keep pulling knives.
character. Steven, my words to him are exactly for the same as you.
You wait.
I do not appreciate the disrespect you
You
have
wait.
brought into this stream.
You've allowed disrespect. I won't
So
forget.
you keep saying. The patterns of denial. these
Hey, Jack, that was a
patterns-
good high five. That was a good teabagging. High five. Psh.
It was. I agree.
I've got so many of those. I've got like 5 or 6 of them now on my phone that I need to make into shorts. Some of them I'm keeping, like based oracles, I'm keeping up my sleeve just sort of because I feel like he's somebody you need to have a card up your sleeve with. You know what I mean?
I could see that. This Steven, he got triggered today. And he has been a cooperative part of the stream for a bit in the past, but today he was clearly triggered. And you see, I don't know if anyone else notices, but the energy just goes. Once the chaos starts, it's like it just builds and it keeps going.
Yeah, that's why you had to fight chaos with chaos. If you're the greatest chaos, then they're just that air conditioning really. It's just a breeze. It's not a big deal.
But chaos is not the purpose. Peace is available if they just chill out, join us in the present, actually have a conversation like adults. We could figure out the problems. Is that an option, Steven?
I'm saying don't be a pussy, and I think you went too far today, Jack. I won't forget this.
Uh-oh.
You can remember whatever you want.
I won't forget. It's not
Think
just
whatever
remembering.
you want. You can say whatever
think
you
you fucked up
want. You
today.
can
I
do
think
whatever
you
you
fucked up.
want.
Yeah,
Steven,
you fucked up.
it reflects on you.
No, you don't understand.
No, it doesn't
You don't
reflect on you.
understand. You don't
You-
understand.
What you
You
think,
don't
say, and
understand.
do does not reflect
you
on
don't
you.
understand.
What do
you
you
don't
think
understand.
I don't
I'm
understand?
taking notes. I'm taking some notes.
What,
I'm taking
what
some notes.
you think is not
I'm
understood?
taking some notes. So are some other people.
Steven, what are you doing?
I'm taking notes.
Oh, good. Everyone
Great.
here is taking notes.
You said that 4 times,
taking
notes.
bro.
What?
Steven,
Are
everyone
you,
else
are
here
you out of
taking
your
notes all the
mind
time.
right now?
It's not a big
Jew boy.
deal.
Jew boy.
Steven,
It can be a big deal. You don't understand, Hank. You don't understand what I mean.
Steven,
Yes, I'm too dumb to understand how
No.
notes work. Of course,
I don't think you get what I mean. It's okay.
it doesn't matter what you
I'm
think.
with a bunch of
I've
autistic
been taking notes
retards
all the
here.
time.
It's okay.
But a genuine person would explain himself.
the
Use
confused.
your imagination.
The confused have only
Not confused.
disagreements. I've actually. I don't want to end on a low note.
Oh, okay.
But
So
we're about 2 hours, and
yeah. So there's one thing I need to be clear with. Even if people will understand peace is available, not everyone will pick peace. So we have to be able to accommodate them when they choose not peace.
accommodate or enable. See, Hank, I think too many people are enabling disagreements, having fun with continuing looping and trying to outdo one another. There's a lot more that could be done in our lives.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
let's not accommodate the disagreements. Let's see, or let's not try. Let's make sure we're not enabling. That's my caution.
Yes, make sure not enabling, but we have to accommodate them. Otherwise, we're gonna be in this situation where, oh no, no one wants to talk to me. We gotta meet people where they are.
Well, I suppose, but then there's also the duty and the responsibility of don't waste time with people who don't appreciate you. Stephen clearly showed he doesn't appreciate me. I mean, Seven says the words. Lots of people say the words, but then the behavior shows something different. So
Hank is back. Hank.
Shout out to Bama and G.
I don't know. Hey, I feel like maybe it's time to wrap up.
This was the best video I've ever seen on YouTube.
I just got it.
I've been watching YouTube. This is the best video I have ever seen in my life. Suns, UFOs, Care Bears farting in the sky, how we can be successful or how we can watch stuff that we shouldn't be watching. This video tonight.
I mean, I enjoy Steven getting exposed just as much as the next guy, but the best video on YouTube? Can you elaborate? Can you give like your top 3 reasons why this is the best video on YouTube?
Well,
thank you.
It's so funny how I get reamed my whole life for trying to encourage people. It was one of the best videos I've ever seen in my life. It just really was.
Top 3, top 2. Your top favorite, and then one other reason.
Nope, top 3. One of the top 3 videos. And
English is not his fort.
No,
I'm gonna move on.
This was the best
it might
video
just be
I've
his
ever seen in my
connection.
life.
No,
Or
it's
is that
not.
my connection?
Well, it is.
Yeah. He might have a connection, but it's not just the technology, it's internal connections too.
Yeah, internal connections, lols. I had to skip over the reamed comment. I just, like, hit my shield. It's like the firewall was like, where do I put this?
This life it's something. I see a lot of people taking their thoughts and their opinions pretty seriously. And these thoughts and opinions, they don't matter if they're not real. I mean, if they're not relevant or true. And just like today, I mean, no offense, Seven. I mean, I truly appreciate the encouragement and the positivity you shine at me. You give me a lot of credit, and I appreciate that. But dude, this was not a quality stream. Not
I know I shouldn't have been here, but I was being attacked. Well, never mind. I'll never do it again. I promise you.
No,
and believe me, tonight my life will start more. And I'm not happy. I had so much fun, but I will leave this video.
Have fun. No,
Don't say you got me. It was me. You got
Why
me.
would you do
I mean,
that?
I love the beginning of the video. Hank was there, and what he said,
Yes.
boy.
Great.
All right, Jack. I won't stop. I won't. What do you mean? Because I had fun. How long we been live?
3
Couple
days now.
hours. 3 days?
I've
Oh
had more
my.
fun than I've had in 5 years tonight, and this was the best video I've ever seen. Because the pyramids, aliens, quantum physics, the
We
economy.
covered all that shit.
Kind of, yeah. You know, I mean, this was the most fun I've had in
JC.
20 years.
Now Jack's gonna end the stream.
Well, now I'm wondering. Now I may have to. You know what? Now I may. There's incentive to keep going. I haven't seen
Well,
Joe.
Jack, you're the one who said it. You're the one who said it. Love
He can
and
change
have
his
fun.
mind. Until
Dude,
he
your
hits the
volume is
button,
real
he can change his
quiet.
mind.
You know what Jesus would do? Jesus would hit that like button.
That's a good point.
Share the video.
Yeah, you know. Hey,
Again, do we lose JC?
I was trying to adjust his audio, and he dropped out. I think he was taking care of something, but you know, actually, maybe it is time to wrap up.
Oh
I
yeah,
don't
go
know.
ahead and end it now so that you don't get called racist. But
Well, then I'll go live. Believe me, I'll go live after Jack. But Jack, no, don't stop this stream, man. Don't. I mean, you're
All
bringing
right. Well, okay.
Don't.
Let's move beyond all the pattern, the disagreements we've got.
Hey, I can bring that shit, man. That weird fuck did. Come on, man. That shit wasn't me. Don't put that shit on me, bro.
Oh, well.
Irony, Jack.
Do what? If that's what we're talking.
I don't know if he.
Today you're trying to be the voice of God.
Are you sure we're not screwed as a species, Jack? Are you sure?
There's some that sure make.
All right, that's be better.
Much better. Welcome back, brother. Good to see you.
Thank you.
And you are looking Joe cool today, man.
Sunny
Wait,
out.
you
That's
got
good,
white
man.
hair? You got
yeah.
white hair, dude?
Pretty much.
Holy shit, you are older than I thought.
I just had a birthday, Jack, 2, 3 days ago, some shit like that.
Happy birthday. You know, celebrate this month.
Thank you
Or
much.
the year. Hell, celebrate it. Yes. Congrats, brother. It doesn't look a day over 70. You're looking good for 84, man.
Thank you for the compliment. It is good to see you guys, man. You know, this is like I get nostalgic, right? You know, we all went through our ups and downs, and to see you and Flo up here like that, you know, it's cool, man.
You know,
Stop
today
making us all sentimental.
yeah, it's not that sentimental. We're just getting together again. Life happens.
Hi, Jack. How are you?
Feeling blessed. Welcome, Noelle. Good to see you.
Thank
again.
you. And where's Margot?
You would have a better idea than I would.
Okay. And she texted me and she's like she's going to somewhere and I don't know.
Where's she at?
What's that?
Thank you. I'm not sure what that was. What was that, Flo? It was a parasite.
The alien from Independence Day.
Hey, I was thinking about that. Independence Day is coming up in a few days. Wouldn't that be a glorious date of significance for mankind, for America to share with the rest of the world? Let's create an Independence Day for the world, creating a freedom from this nonsense of international bankers.
Did you say that you used to be arrogant, but you overcame it?
Now it's confidence.
That is that is heavy expectations. What do we have to change the date? We couldn't do it on the 4th, right?
No, we can do it on the 4th. It gives us 3 more days. 3 more days to figure out how to get it done. We can get it done by the 4th.
You say it won't include everybody. The 4th is exclusive already. It's not inclusive.
What I'm referring to is let's take the tradition of Independence Day from America and let's help the world have a reason to celebrate July 4th, the date we shut down the banking system.
I just want to pick, can we do it on the 18th or the 19th of June? Somewhere in the 10th. Can we do it in the Juneteenth area?
I wanted to do it back then, but we missed that opportunity. I thought that would be an even better way to celebrate the end of slavery. Put in Juneteenth, man.
No, that's what I'm thinking.
We missed that one. I wanted Father's Day. I wanted New Year's. I wanted Juneteenth.
You're optimistic as fuck to think we can do it in 3 days. Maybe we'll just wait till next year.
Wait, who this brother? Hey, I like you, good, man.
Thank you. Would you like a date? I'm telling, man.
Here,
wait, got you mixed? You mixed, ain't you? Well, you light skin, you red bone. You red bone. I know you red. Where you from, Jack?
West side of Chicago. That's where I'm at right now.
Oh, dang. My grandma's from 59th Street, South Side.
South Side, yes.
Yeah, bro. 59th Street.
I used to hang out over there. Yeah,
what is happening, my cat? Yeah, you my London.
I'm from Compton.
Oh, but you moved to Chicago?
No, that was Flo. That was Flo talking.
Oh, that was Flo talk. All right. Oh, you from Compton. All right. Well,
he's probably pulling. He's probably pulling your leg.
Can you highlight Tarek's comment?
I'm from the LBC.
Tarek, tomorrow is the day. Tomorrow is the day.
What day?
Tarek and I have a bet, and at the end of tomorrow, he's going to owe me $100.
Can we snow the bet?
Oh, right.
I bet that we bet $100. He says that Paul will stream his court date. And I said that he would not. And we agreed that it would be reasonable that if Jennifer's court date comes and goes and Paul hasn't streamed his, that I win the bet.
What do you mean by streaming it? You don't mean he pulls up outside, goes live for 5 minutes, and then that's
streaming? No, I mean inside the court date.
Zero chance.
Yeah. He said he's going to stream from court, and it also cannot be edited.
Can I get in on that bet, Tarek?
Yeah, the judge isn't going to let him do that.
Zero chance.
You know, there's a lot of characters saying they're going to do a lot of things. And I see them doing a lot of self-sabotage. I saw Tommy doing self-sabotage last night. I see Paul doing it pretty much every day. And I suppose I'm doing a bit of self-sabotage each day as well. I'm trying to escape it.
If that's the case, I think we'd all fall under there. I would agree. Everyone you named self-sabotaging, but that's the way I think. Then that means I'm doing it as well.
Is there any other kind of sabotage?
Yeah, sabotage another nigga.
My nigga. And don't we do that shit, man?
Yeah, I try
and
not to, man.
Our communities and sabotage our homes. But that shit happened during Vietnam. Well, white boys got back, and they were called baby killers. So they all bosses with long hair and left home. And they did it during the civil rights movement when they introduced crack, which the CIA made for us. Thank you very much. And make corner stores owned by people from other countries. Nah, this is cool if this man is here. What's your name? I got to get your channel name. I got to get your name.
Yeah, my name is Joe Cool.
Is that your channel?
It is. I need the subs too, so something yep.
Yeah, I'm about to get you some subs, brother.
Appreciate you, man. I'm trying to monetize. I appreciate it.
No, we got you. How many subs you got?
About 140.
We about to get you 1,000. Yeah. Okay. Now we're gonna jack you up, kid. So
you're gonna have 141,000 by the time he's done.
No, we're gonna get you, man. Watch, you'll blow up because you cool as fuck. So you know Jack and
I'm having a little fun.
Yeah.
I'm having a little fun. I got 140,000 subs, something like that.
Really?
Joe Cool is the biggest channel that's on the panel right now.
So you made fun of
I'm
me.
just having.
You
I'm
got
having
no,
fun.
that's all right.
Having
That's all right.
He's
Mocking
having
on the red. No, this is. I'm just gonna shut the fuck up and listen to y'all, boy.
Well, Joe has fun and he stays humble. He plays his role very humbly. That's one of the
Thank
things
you,
I
man.
truly admire about him.
That's my goal. Most motherfuckers don't even know my sub count and shit. They find out like this on the panel. So
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, the future though. The thoughts that I was thinking when Seven was saying what he was talking about. The thoughts of,
What
or
is this?
the things of the past with the CIA, the influence in the divisions and the cultures and all of this crap. It's real. Choices of the past brought our world to where we are today.
Yeah, they broke down the father. They got rid of the father in America. They emasculated this damn country.
Don't forget where you were, Jack, because you was on a good one.
I'm sorry.
When you said the choices of tomorrow got you where you are today, and I think you're about to say, and the choices of today
bring us for our future, man. And if we can't believe in a better future, we're not going to do what it takes to create it. I believe.
Again, we're gonna go back to it's a bunch of motorcycles, so they're probably playing music. Again, we're gonna go back to.
Bumping. That's cool. It's passing. Hopefully he remembers his thought.
No chance I remember a fucking thought. Somebody can help me out. I don't. It brings you back to there's only the now. You say that all the time. If your decisions are what creates your future, the only time you make a decision is now. So that's just your whole truth.
I think we make a decision now to change the world, become greater, start stepping into life in whatever ways we can. I've been practicing this myself more and more, and I encourage others to step out in yourself as well. Do things different than you used to. Learn things that you haven't yet discovered. And if you can find a future that you want, well, especially if it requires you to learn, that's the purposes we want. We don't want the easy
Jack,
future.
I don't want to. Oh my God, this might as well be a car show up here. This is
I know. I'm telling you, this is the best video I've ever. Come on, man. Keep talking, Jack. Keep talking.
I said show y'all this. It's probably too late. Yeah.
See, and you got Joe Cool and me here. You know, two brothers. You know, Melungeon and kind of red bone.
Oh, look! No bullshit, Tarek. Bullshit. Now look at him trying to bribe.
Yeah, he's already backing away from it. I saw that.
He's backing away. He's trying to bribe, and it was not a recording. Tomorrow's the day, Tarek.
What's happening? What's happening?
Tarek, you'll be all right, buddy. You'll be okay.
I'm having a panic attack. This is some bullshit. What's happening?
It is some bullshit. You're absolutely right. But
take some deep breaths.
This is sort of what we expect out of Tarek.
I couldn't zoom in. What did he say? What did he say?
He says, yes, Paul did say that. So if he puts the video or recording not edited, then I will win $100 from Flo, and I will contribute that $100 to Paul.
But that's the same bet you guys got, right? He's saying that.
But now he's
Paul,
trying.
He thinks
tomorrow's
Paul's
the day. He's trying to bribe Paul into uploading something.
By saying I'll give Paul 100. You are quick, bro. I didn't see that. Shit.
Manipulators. You're very good.
Wait, what just happened?
Don't worry about it. Hey, I want to welcome Noelle. You were trying to get in earlier and you disappeared. Did you want to jump in with something?
Yes, I saw a good movie tonight.
Relax, baby. What movie did you see? What
Huh?
movie did you see, babe?
It's called the Bikers. It's a biker gang movie. It's really interesting.
It ain't
Interesting.
Biker Boys, huh? Biker Boys is not that. I don't know a movie named The Bikers alone.
The Bikers. It's a new. It's you don't know. It's a new one. It's really good.
All right.
Well, good.
Really interesting.
What'd you like about it? What'd you like about it?
The bike
Or
riders.
not?
Well, thank you. So I'm glad to hear you enjoyed it, and thank you. You know, life is interesting. There's all sorts of things we can do, and there's all sorts of cool things that other people are creating. Different films, musics, arts. You know, there's knowledge. There's so much in this life for us to discover and share. It's so easy, though, to get caught up in these small little worlds and keep looping in the same old fights.
You
I
just
don't know.
said you was giving advice to people. You said do new things, right?
Yes,
And that was crucial. Now you're saying that we get caught up looping in the same thing. You're talking to somebody, some people, including yourself. Humpty Hump.
excuse me.
It's your chance to do the hump.
I see how my words
Yeah.
apply to me. I don't deny it. I see the appearance, especially in my loops, but I'm consistent. I'm consistent in the direction I'm facing, consistent in the direction I'm focused on. So I don't necessarily feel like I'm looping as much as I just have not yet succeeded. Because what
We're
I'm focused,
fighting through the walls of the 30,000 colliders that are on this planet, blanketing all of our minds. The 10G. We're all looping, but people like
well,
us fight through it.
that's part of it. That is part of it. I'm learning to trust, though,
Right.
that now, the present, this is only the time that I have to live. And so focusing on that, I do. I live with a heart of service. I say earlier, you know, I truly do in the morning, my prayer. Thank you, God. I know all my problems are solved. I have everything I need. I want nothing. So I am whole and I have plenty to share. So how may I serve this world I live in? I
That's
don't
the
get
objective
answers.
too. Want nothing.
Well,
That's the objective too.
yes, that's what I
The more
realized
shit you
true freedom is.
acquire, the more slavery, the more shackles you put on. That's the truth. When you grow up and after all this shit's done, the more shit you acquire, the more burdens and chains you put on yourself.
Absolutely. I shared this realization recently. Our God is so perfect. The way we're designed is so perfect. The selfish, they get rewarded with worries and fears and guilt and shame. And the selfish find themselves in hell.
You say you like the way he made it. I don't want nobody suffering.
Well,
Even the
I don't
selfish.
either. Hey, amen. There's no reason for suffering, truly, because salvation has already been offered. We've been given the way, the path to change this world, to bring peace. It's if the Christians truly start living the walk, walking the truth, living the way, we will find a way. If churches and congregations and communities, they get together and they brainstorm, hey, it's time to end wars and bring reform. We don't want a world that profits from secrets and lies anymore. That's the simple solution that I'm trying to share.
We hear
end.
you nigga every day. Like that's the first time we hear that every day. We know that. You're like, I'm trying to
I
share.
know.
You've shared that shit. Okay, I thought you was like, I'm
I
just
know.
trying, nigga. You get it across. We very much know, motherfucker. You're gonna.
I know, and I
you're
hope you guys are sharing it with your communities. I hope you're
to end
inspiring
wars.
others to do something.
To end
Yeah, why
wars.
not?
I think we all that's the message.
Well,
At least I hope most of us, I think, share that message.
I can't believe that I'm even able to speak because Joe, you made fun of me, and that was cool. um,
I get every now
I
and
was raised in a household where there wasn't a Bible miles around us, and nobody had ever heard about Jesus. And my daddy beat me so bad one day when I was 7 years old. It was a beautiful spring day. I'd never heard the name of Yeshua, Jesus. I'd never heard the concept of God except for with the D or you know what I'm saying. You know, Joe, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, go ahead.
He beat me so bad with a metal coat hanger. They don't have metal coat hangers anymore, and I understand why they don't. Man, I was standing next to a son. It hurt so bad.
What the hell? Motherfuckers dropping like flies. I know I got shitty internet.
He lost connection too somehow. I don't know.
It's so fucking weird. The internet's shitty today. Make me think, what would we do without it?
Well, this is another reason I'm kind of concerned that it's time for humanity to change our ways, because it's very likely that, you know, Mother Earth and the sun could be making some changes drastically, and we may lose technology very quickly. And if we don't learn how to live together with peace,
yeah,
it'll be the apocalyptic hell that, you know, the movies want us to believe in. And I truly think that the day of the prediction, using the Christian ideas, the day of the Lord is upon us. The day of judgment is ours. I believe it's ours to create. The day of judgment comes when we unite together and we tell those clowns in these positions of authority what they're doing is not acceptable.
The Quran that you see mostly, that Arabic writing on the front says, you were put here to come to know each other, not to come to hate each other.
That's beautiful. And it is the truth.
Yeah.
The world taught us to hate. And this is where I want to encourage people to consider the freedom you find when you surrender your hate. You surrender your battles. You surrender your failures, your judgment, all of that crap. We have the ability to surrender that. And then when we feel at peace, your heart only wants to share it. And that's what I want to share with the world.
Oh, man, right.
Now we're talking.
Man, they took me out for a second. They took me out.
They're 3-letter agencies.
Welcome back.
Just can I finish my little story?
Please.
Because that kind of hurt. I mean, they shut me down. Because if you live in a household where there's no Bible and you've never heard of the king that is coming, he's probably right here. I think he's in our back doorstep, boy. I really, in fact, I know he is. I can feel his frequency. I can hear the sound, the ringing ear, you know, and all that stuff. That's them hiding his song coming. Boy, my daddy lit me up like that. I knew I hadn't even, I probably looked at him wrong. It was okay. But I was standing next to so much pain that it looked like a sun, like a hot burning flame. And I laid down in that bed and I thought, I wish that there was one man in my life that could stand by me. And I'm probably not going to be able to sleep for 3 hours because my legs hurt so bad. And I'll be damned if I didn't all of a sudden see a man walking above me. He was about 5'8", maybe, little Jewish cat walking in the desert all alone. And his feet hurt because his sandals were kind of worn. And he was counting all of our tears. And he's coming back right now for all of us. I know he is. And this
He's
is why.
here and now. And I'd
Really?
encourage you to realize that, yes, it's with you now. And there's no reason to be afraid and worried, and there's no reason to keep making excuses for our world to hold itself back.
Yes.
Not that I can find, but I know that God is doing it all. So I don't know the right path to suggest to everyone, but what does seem right to me is whoever's willing, please, even though you think you may have already, I encourage you. You may have already realized who you are, who God is. Maybe you already have these ideas and beliefs. I encourage you to become still, to become one, to become whole. So you need nothing. You're not distracted. You're not moving. You're just still and silent with gratitude and filling yourself with appreciation for the moment of the day, for the peace that you feel. I encourage you to turn to God and ask God, God, what is the answer? What is the answer that I've not yet seen? How do I know that you are with me? How do I know that you are for me? If you ask yourself those questions, your heart will reveal the truth to you. And the heart is, God is there. The love of God is within your heart that beats right now. So I feel like maybe it's time to wrap up. Any final words from you guys?
That was a roller coaster, Jack.
It was interesting.
I hope I didn't create too much havoc, y'all, because havoc follows me.
What's up, Toe?
You did bring some chaos, okay? But we're learning and growing together. And 7, I love you. And the feedback is just because I care. I want you to better understand. That's all it is. I want to thank you all for joining.
Yes.
Noelle, anything last from you? All right, my friend. Thank you.
Well, I mean, I'm
Jack?
telling you, I'm a dummy, but I'm an honest dummy, and I'll go live. And Jack, can I share your information, or should I just because I
Please,
won't? I
please,
can.
please, of
Really?
course. Yes,
Are you
please.
serious, dude? I
Yes.
took like 8 pages of notes while you spoke. And I mean, trust me. If you were named 7, how much do you think shittiness wouldn't follow you around, or be raised in a nunnery and kept safe? I hate my name. I wish my name was Steven. But that got weird too. So no, man, you helped me have fun tonight for the first time in like 5 years. I had more fun tonight than I've had in so long that I can't even remember. And that's what you titled the video about. That's what you were talking about. So I love you and thank you for having me tonight. And I promise the next time I show up, I'll probably have a mask on. You rock, Jack. I mean, you shared the best information tonight. I don't care how much trolling or whatever, this was the best video I've ever seen on YouTube. Hands down. Whatever anybody thinks. Love you, Jack. And I'll call you tonight, maybe. After the video, can I?
Of course.
Could I really?
Of course.
I can call you in like 2 minutes? Dude, that was the best video I've ever seen in the world.
All right, brother. Thank you for joining. And for sharing the best video he's found
in the world.
in the world. Yeah. Denizen, thank you. Anything from you? Now that we have peace, is there anything you did want to discuss?
Yeah, I was hoping to discuss it with you and Joe, but it looks like his internet's not cooperating.
Yeah.
I wanted to talk about what you said about people's opinions. And it's actually my New Year's resolution to have like a conversational reset where the conclusions I've come to over a lifetime of conversations, I kind of want to just put those on the shelf mentally and see if I can't reset my understanding and knowledge about whatever it is I'm discussing with anyone, as though I've never discussed it before. And it's June now, so I am failing miserably at that New Year's resolution. But that's usually how it works for me. Is I make a New Year's resolution, I spend that whole year failing at it, and that's what helps me adhere to it the next year. So hopefully next year will be better. By then, I'll have another resolution to fail at.
Oh, Denizen, I love that you shared that. You shared some vulnerability, but I want to encourage you to consider, my friend. I've been blessed with the education I've received. I offer free information, thus goals and growth, self-development. I've learned a lot. I can share a lot of support if you're willing, if you're interested. Successing goals, man, it starts in the mind and it gets connected. The keys to bring in the heart. There you go. But I'd be happy to help to share support with you if you're interested.
Absolutely. What you just said too makes a lot of sense. I've just today was having the thought that my mind, and it's not necessarily in this order all the time, but right now my mind is pulling my heart in one direction and my heart is like lagging along. It hasn't caught up and gone all in yet, you know?
There's a disconnect. It's very, very mature, very wise of you to notice that. And recognizing there may be a disconnect in there. What I'd encourage you to do is go inside and start questioning, get a different perspective than the old perspective you had. And this is where I'd love to, if you're interested, here, there's the number's been scrolling, or whatever way is convenient for you. Feel free to connect. Actually, I think we've connected, right?
Do you have Discord?
Yes, I think I'm on Discord too.
So the best way is if I could put my Discord in the back chat.
That'll work.
Cool.
So, all right, I'm going to toss you to the back and do some final words. Talcott Clip Collection, I spoke highly about you earlier in the stream. I don't know if you were there for that or not. For those who haven't seen, check him out. He does some incredible creative work. And what I was offering is a reminder and an invitation. Brothers and sisters, this life we're living in, it's a bit crazy. The past is nuts. You start learning about history and you got a lot of reasons to be afraid. You don't want to trust anyone, man, when you start learning how the world is. But there's some amazing talent floating around here. And I see so much opportunity. We've got some wisdom, some creativity, some true talent and flair that's just right here. So I see your amazing potential. I know many others see your amazing potential. Talking specifically to Talcott Clip Collection, but it's not alone. There's many of you in the chat, you who've joined the panels, you who I've interacted with here online. There's many of you who I see your talent. You're shining. You've got such amazing potential that's just waiting to come forth. But I can see the same patterns I used to carry in myself. These feelings of unworthiness, inadequacies, right? And what we do is, it's real easy in this world we were born into. It's a spiritual game we're facing too. We get a lot of temptations and reasons that may show that we can't be good enough. We can't be great enough. We can't ever succeed. So what? Have faith. Have faith that this life is your adventure, being uniquely created for you to discover, to play, to create, to learn about. This life is yours. It's a gift from God for all of us to share. This day is. I'm going to wrap up. The topic of today was truly a reminder to walk with love. Walk in love, in light, in truth. There really is no other way you want to live. Walk in love and light with the truth. And it's and the willingness to surrender, the old characters, the old diagnoses, the old excuses, the willingness to surrender those old limitations. It seems scary, especially if it turns out that you've been wrong about things in the past. Allow yourself to be wrong if it turns out you're wrong. Then grow and be comfortable and more confident in knowing that you've been corrected. It's much better to move through life having been corrected than constantly fighting to stay in denial. I'm going to wrap it up. Brothers and sisters, thank you again. For all who do wish to join the idea of peace, please do start it with you here and now and today. And if you want to join with me, please do. I'm easily reached and I really, truly do care. Till next time, please surrender to joy and share that with others around you. Choose love, peace for everyone, and live without fear. Thank you again, sincerely, and God bless us all.